This is a drill designed to help you with your positioning, measure, endurance, balance, timing, eye alignment, attacking, retreating, and your stance. It does several other things as well, but these are the key big ones that we're going to take away from this. There's 3 different versions of this drill, each raising in difficulty, and we'll be breaking them all down in this video. To begin this drill, the person on the left will hold a low weight dumbbell out in front of them. They will also be focusing on being in a good stance while working on this arm endurance to hold the weight out for the person on the right side. The person on the right side will then lunge, grabbing the weight, making sure to keep his shoulder tucked to the chin. You also want to make sure that you're minimizing your tails and not raising on your retreats. You can do this drill from a squared stance or a bladed stance. You can also focus on covering the second line during the drill as well. Some things you might notice as the weight holder, that as your arms get tired, you start to compensate and shift your stance into a more balanced state. The reason is your arms are getting tired and your body begins to compensate. These are actually cues on ways that you could help fix your stance. Once you've gotten tired and your stance starts to adjust, a lot of times that's actually the stance that you should be fighting in because it's more efficient and you're using your muscles correctly. For the second version of this drill, the weight holder will start a little bit closer and then focus on retreating back as the player lunges. The weight holder wants to focus on keeping the same amount of distance that they originally had between them. They're also going to be watching the attacker and looking for any tells. You also need to make sure that you are not leaning or raising on your retreat as the weight holder as well, as this will off-balance you. As the attacker, it's important to be able to adjust your lunge. The defender may retreat back further than we expected or not as far as we thought. It's important to be able to compensate our lunge on the spot for the distance that our opponent changed.
So this next part of the drill, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on our eye alignment and positioning. The way we do this is he's going to mirror every single step I make, keeping the same exact distance. If I go to the left, he's going to go to the right. If I go to the right, he's going to go to the left. If I go back, he comes forward. If I go forward, he comes back. Now, we can do this as long as we want, but we also want to throw in that random lunge every now and then, and he's going to try and keep the same distance for the lunge as well. You'll also notice that his feet are landing at the same time as mine. This is very important because you don't want to get hit in tempo. So a good example is we're going to be doing the drill now. Good. See, so now there we got the distance messed up a little bit, and that's okay. So we're going to work on making it better. We also want to make sure that we're in that good stance, holding that weight out. Now, when you have a heavier weight, it's going to start getting more and more difficult. If you need to have a lighter weight or decrease it, that's okay too. So once again, what this looks like.
Time limit for this drill is up to you, but you want to make sure that you're doing both the right and the left side. When it comes to eye alignment, you're going to pick an eye alignment and keep that same eye alignment the entire time. You want to make sure that you're keeping perfect distance and spacing, as in the fight, you only want distance to be changed on your terms. Holding the weight will also help you keep a good balance and center of gravity.